Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yasser. Today we are going to explore learning outcome 3, understand the impact of leadership on organizational performance. So if anyone is there, can you guys see my screen? Can you hear my voice? Please do let me know if there is any issues. So let's get started. Uh, Indicative contents. We will begin by discussing between organizational efficiency and effectiveness, uh, leaders development, strategic effectiveness, and leadership. So leaders also foster an organizational culture that promotes innovation, creativity, and continuous improvement. Uh, we will look at different models and frameworks that emphasize organizational excellence, including effective leaders or continuously developing themselves and their teams. We will discuss the key elements of leadership development. We will also discuss how leadership drives strategic effectiveness within the organization. Any questions so far? Okay, key terminology. What is organizational performance? Organizational performance is defined as the actual output on result of an organization compared to the expected outputs or goals. So, according to Richard, organizational performance can be broken down into three primary outcomes: financial performance, product market performance, and shareholder returns. So these outcomes provide key insights into how effectively an organization is meeting its objectives. This management cycle for organizational performance involves three critical phases: performance planning, performance appraisal, and performance improvement. Key terms: what is knowledge management? What is successful planning? Knowledge management refers to the systematic process of creating, sharing, using, and managing the knowledge and information within organization. It is an interdisciplinary approach aimed to utilizing organizational knowledge to achieve strategic goals. Uh, Knowledge management ensures that valuable insights, information, and expertise are accessible to the right people at the right time. Enhancing decision making and organizational effectiveness. Key components of knowledge management include people, process, content, and information technology and strategy. So, by integrating these elements, organizations can better leverage their knowledge resources to drive innovation and success. Successful planning is the process of identifying and preparing new leaders to take over when current leaders retire, leaves, or passes away. So, this process ensures that an organization has a pool of capable individuals ready to fill critical leadership roles. Succession planning enhance the availability of experienced leaders and helps minimize disruptions when leadership changes occur. It involves identifying potential leaders and providing them with the necessary training and experience. This approach not only prepares short-term successor who are ready to step into roles quickly, but also develop long-term successors who may require more time to fully prepare for leadership positions. Any questions so far? if anyone is there. Uh, Career progression refer to the advancement in one's career through promotions, new opportunities, and challenges. It involves moving forward in one's professional journey within which may include gaining new skills, taking on more responsibility, and achieving personal growth. Career progress often includes changing employers or finding new roles that offers greater opportunities. It is an ongoing process that helps individuals achieve their professional goals and aspirations. A strategy a map is a visual representations used by organizations to outline their primary strategic goal. It is a simple diagram that illustrates that cause and effect relationship between strategic objectives. Strategy map helps organizational quickly communicate how value is created and the pathway to achieving strategic success. In the balance scorecard framework, a strategy map is powerful tool for aligning actions with the uh, overarching goals of the organizations. Typical components of a strategy map include objectives related to financial performance, customer satisfactions, internal process, and learning and growth. Each of these areas is interconnected and contributes to the overall success of the organizations. Uh, any questions so far, if anyone is there? Any question, if anyone is there? Okay. So, difference between efficiency and effectiveness. So, efficiency and effectiveness are two important concepts in organizational management, but they focus on different aspects of performance. Efficiency refers to doing tasks into the best possible way using the least amount of resources. It emphasizes performance work correctly and optimally with a focus on minimizing waste and maximizing output. Effectiveness, on the other hand, is about achieving the desired result or outcomes. It measurable how well the actual results align with the intended goals, while efficiency is concerned with the means and methods. Effectiveness focuses on the ends and whether the objectives have been met. Efficiency is typically associated with the short-term goals and operational strategies. It tends to have a more introverted approach, focusing on improving internal process and system effectiveness. On the other hand, has a long-term perspective and is oriented towards strategic formulation. It involves thinking about broader objectives and achieving the long term success of the organization. Historic development of organizational theory. Uh, Organizational theory has evolved over time with various theories contributing to the understanding of how organizations functions. Early theories such as theory from Frederick Winslow Taylor focused on mechanical efficiency. Taylor's work, known as scientific management, emphasized the importance of finding the most efficient way to perform tasks. He proposed principles like scientific selections and training of workers and a more equal division of responsibilities between managers and workers. So his approach aimed to increase productivity by eliminating inefficiencies. Henry Foyle, a French executive, contributed to organizational theory by introductory 14 principles that he believed should guide all managers, such as unity of command and discipline. Max Weber, uh, Max Weber, if you look at here, uh, Max Weber, a German sociologist, introduced the concept of bureaucracy, emphasizing the importance of clear hierarchies and formal rules within organizations. So these early theories laid the foundation for structured and efficient organizational practices. Any questions so far? Historic development of organizational further discussion about theories. So development of organizational theory took a significant turn during the 1930s and 60s with with the introduction of contingency design challenging uh, classical theories of organizations on the pivotal figures in this shift was Herbert Simon, who argued that organizational theory must move beyond simplistic uh, generalized principles. Simon emphasized the importance of understanding the conditions under which various principles might be applicable, suggesting that classical organizational ideas were oversimplified proverbs that often contradicted each other. In 1966, Daniel Katz and Robert uh, Cohen advanced that open system perspective in organizational theory. This approach considered organization as dynamic system that internal with their environmental challenges. Previous models that treated organization as closed, that isolated entities. In the same period, John Woodward, Charles Sparrow, and James Thomas also contributed important insights regarding the role of technology in shaping organizational structures. They argued that different types of technology used to organizational influence the structure and design of those organizations. For example, organization use more complex technologies requires a different structure compared to those simpler routine technology. University of Austin research led by Pov and Haxon in 1969 further explored how organizational size impact structures. They found that as organizational grow, they tend to develop standardized structural components that help manage the complexity of larger organizations. So the relationship between organizational size and structure suggests that expanding organizations follows common patterns to manage their increasing complexity. Sorry. Assess the nature of organization effectiveness and performance. Organization activities are typically structured into three key phases: planning, implementations, and evaluations. So the first phase involves strategic planning, where the purpose, goals, and strategies to achieve those goals are clarified. This is the foundation for performance planning, which guides how the organizations will operate and grow. Second phase involves adopting the necessary organizational structure that will support the achievement of the goals. Organizational design is elements in the stage as it's defined the rules, responsibilities, and relationships within the organizations to ensure that the planned strategies can be executed effectively. Third phase focuses on guiding organizational behavior, particularly through leadership and management. This include ensuring that leaders fosters the right culture and motivate employees to work towards the organizational goals. So the behaviors of individuals and teams within the organizations plays an important role in achieving the desired outcomes. So, in addition to these phases, organization must regularly assess their progress through evaluations and diagnosis. Distinguish between organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Any questions so far? The concept of efficiency and effectiveness are fundamental to understanding organizational performance. Being effective means doing the right things, while being efficient is about doing things right. In organization, improving efficiency is often a priority because it leads to cost reductions and better resource utilizations. However, organization also need to focus on effectiveness, ensuring that the right goals are being pursued. For example, an organization may pursue the right goals but still the inefficient, resulting in high costs. Alternatively, an organizational could be efficient but pursuing the wrong goals, leading to underproduction or other long-term issues. The ideal scenario is for organization to pursue the right goals while also being efficient their operations, ensuring high return on investments and cost effectiveness. So, in this context, organizations strive to find a balance between being efficient and effective. Approaches to measure organizational effectiveness. There are several approaches to measure organizational effectiveness, each focus on different aspect of organizationals. One such approach is external resource approach, which evaluates in organizational ability to acquire, manage, and control valuable resources such as skilled employees or materials. This approach is important for understanding how well an organization secured the input needed for success. Next is a internal system approach. Uh, this approach focuses on how well an organization functions internally, uh, uh, assessing its ability to innovate, respond quickly to change, and adapt to challenges. This approach emphasizes the importance of smooth internal operations and responsiveness to external change. Another important approach is the technical approach, which evaluates the organizational ability to efficiently convert its input into goals and services. This including focusing on minimizing productions cost, increasing uh, product quality, and improving customer services. McKinsey's 7S framework. McKinsey's 7 of framework is model has stood the test of time is organizational effectiveness development in the late 1970s by consultant Tom Peters and Robert Waterman. The framework identifies 7 internal elements that must align for an organization to be successful. So these elements including strategy, structure, systems, shared value, style, staff, and skills. So, uh, The 7S framework can be particularly useful when organizations are planning to implement new strategies or navigate significant change. It helps to ensure that all parts of the organizations are aligned and working towards common objectives. This alignment is important for the successful execution of strategies and achieving long term success. McKenzie's seven frameworks identifies seven keys elements that need to align for an organizations to be successful. So these elements are divided into hard and soft categories. The hard elements including strategies, structures, and system, which are more concrete and easier to identify. Strat- uh, Strategy refers to the plan or direction or organization follow to achieve in goals. Structure involves the organizational chart, reportings, lines, and the overall arrangement of roles. Systems include formal process and IT systems that support operations. Of the other hand, the soft elements are more intangible and influenced by company culture. These elements include shared values, skills, style, and staff. Shared values are the core principles and beliefs the guide the organizations. Skills represent the capabilities and expertise within the organizations. Style refers to the leadership approach and organizational culture. Staff covers the human resource, focusing on the people within the organization. While these elements may be harder to define, they are equally important for organizational success. Together, the alignment of both hard and soft elements ensures the effectiveness of an organization's structures and operation. Example of 7S framework in action. 7S McKinsey 7S framework in action can be seen in the case of framework, white work electronics, a startup with five employees initially. The organization strategy, structure, and system aligned with its small scale operations. Sorry, are driven by the foundation founders' visions and values. At the company's grew, however, it faced challenges. The sales strategy no longer matched the skill set of the growing team, and the introduction of new technologies demanded additional skills, marketing, product development, and financial management. When White Walk expanded to 30 employees, it faced the need for alignment of its key elements. Some staff members lacked necessary system skills, and the company's values were unclear to many new hires. The founders, Alex, used the McKinsey 7S analysis to assess the situation. Through this process, she introduced uh, onboarding and a learning program to ensure that all elements of the organization strategy, structure, system, staff were realigned. So this example demonstrates how the McKinsey 7S framework can be a useful tool for ensuring organizational alignments and addressing challenges as a company grows. Different type of leadership. Leadership within organization can take different forms depending on the time frame and the scope of changes required. These changes can be classified into three categories: transactional, transitional, and transformational. So, transitional leadership involves short-term adjustment, transition, uh, transactional change, leadership involves short-term adjustments. Transitional leadership, on the other hand, is a focused on medium term changes, and transformational leadership involves the most significant changes, often related to restructuring the workforce or recognizing the entire organization. So it requires a deep understanding of organizational design and how to implement large scale changes effectively. Transformational leaders uh, focuses on long-term goals, restructuring the organizational uh, to better align with the vision and mission. So each type of leadership is necessary at different points in an organization's development and different types of organizational changes. Explore the main features and requirements of leadership development. Leadership development is critical for the growth and sustainability of an organization. To build effective leadership, companies focus on several key skills, including adaptability, system thinking, uh, self awareness, collaboration, effective change management, creativity, and decision making. So, developing these keys allows leaders to navigate challenges, manage change, and inspire their teams. Coaching and mentoring are two important forms of development that contribute to personal and professional growth within organizations. So, coaching is a relationship where an experienced individual known as a coach provides guidance and support to a learner. The coachee, the goal of coaching is to help the learner achieve specific personal or professional objectives. Mentoring, on the other hand, is typically a long term relationship focused on a broader personal and professional development. Mentor, usually a more experienced individual, shared their knowledge, experience that advice with a less experienced person known as mentee. So the primary aim to mentoring is to guide the mentee's overall career development and offer support beyond just specific goals. So both coaching and mentoring are valuable tools for leadership development, providing individuals with the guidance they need to succeed in their roles and grow within the organization. Any questions so far? If anyone is there, can you see my screen as well? EFQM Model of Excellence, European Foundation of Quality Management. Uh, this is a self-assessment framework that helps organizations evaluate their strengths and identify areas that need improvement. Scores across all activities. It provides a comprehensive approach to measuring performance, guiding organizations towards achieving excellence. So the EFQM model is widely used not only in Europe but also by organizations worldwide. Model of influence of organizational culture on creativity and innovation. Uh, Organizational culture plays a significant role in uh, fostering creativity and innovation within a company. To understand this relationship, various dimensions of culture are measured, such as the strategic version, customer focus, management process, and interpersonal relationships. So these dimensions outline how the company interacts with the external environment, and meets its objectives. Leaders, sorry, leaders' empowerments and accountability. Empowerment is critical elements in building a strong organizational culture, especially one that promotes distributed leadership and growth mindset approach. Empowerment can be viewed in two primary forms: structural empowerment and psychological empowerment. Structural empowerment refers to the degree to which individuals have the authority to make decisions within their roles. This form of empowerment is essential in allowing employees to take ownership of their work and contribute to the organization's success. Psychological empowerment, on the other hand, is connected with how individuals perceive their roles within the organization. So it is about the level of alignment they feel with the company's mission and values. Provide uh, criteria of assessing an organizational strategic effectiveness from formal leadership. From a leadership perspective, the effectiveness of an organization can be assessed by examining several key criteria. These include how leader guides and direct works methods, solve problems and make decisions. Lenders are responsible for training and coaching others, setting goals and ensuring that resources are effectively allocated. Additionally, leaders should serve a role model, encouraging goal achievement and manage staffing and compliance within the organizations. It is important to evaluate how well leaders coordinate the work of different units and represent the organizations externally. Uh, any questions so far? All right, so leaders have always been evaluated based on their impact, but traditionally these evaluations often occur after the outcomes of their auctions are visible. For example, financial performance is a common metric and used of assess the success of a CEO, but it is only offers a uh, partial views of leaders' effectiveness. Factors such as leadership style, decision-making process, and long-term strategic outcomes are also important for understanding leader true impact. Example of this is a Pascal Soriot, who became the CEO of AstraZeneca in 2012. After just 2 years, he was recognized as a business person of the year. Uh, but a deeper look at his leadership shows that financial performance alone does not capture the full scope of his leadership. For example, although AstraZeneca revenues dropped in 2017's Sorio leadership may have laid the foundation for long-term strategic initiatives that are not immediately reflected in financial results. Leadership is primarily about influencing others to improve performance both individually and collectively, while management influence outcomes through process and structure. Leadership focuses on motivating individuals, fostering commitment, and driving change within the organizations. Kaplan and Norton efficiency and effectiveness measurements. Kaplan and Norton introduced the balanced scorecard in 1993, strategic tool widely used by both large and small organizations to translate visions and strategy into specific objectives. This tools helps organizations assess whether their strategies are successful by measuring performance. It moves beyond the reliance on traditional financial metrics such as turnover and profitability, which often looks backward to also incorporate forward-looking metrics that highlights future potential. The balanced scorecard combine both efficiency and effectiveness measures, emphasizing key areas such as customer satisfactions, internal process, innovation, and continuous improvement. Efficiency measures focus on operational success such as cost management and process optimizations, while effectiveness measure assess outcomes like customer satisfactions and business growth. So these performance indicators allows an organizational evaluate not just its current performance but also its ability to improve and innovate, ensuring that it stays competitive uh, in the long term. Balanced scorecard is a tool designed to help organizational evaluate all aspects of their operations, particularly in the context of creating and monitoring human resource strategies. This tool suggests that employees' learning outcomes are important components in assessing the performance of an organization. So, by focusing on the way employees generate and transfer knowledge, the balanced scorecard helps companies track their growth, innovation, and operational efficiency. So, the four main perspectives of the balanced scorecard are financial, customers, internal process, and learning. Any questions so far? So, what is EFQM? We already discussed above. I'll go through again, quickly go through again. Uh, European Foundation for Quality Management is a non-profit organization founded in 1988. EFQM has become its organized leaders in promoting excellence in organizational practices. It supports over 30,000 organizations across Europe that has more than 500 members, representing over 50 different sections. So the EFQM excellence model is widely used by businesses and organizations as a self-assessment tools that helps them evaluate their strengths and identify area for improvement. Strategy map example, if you look at here, uh, basically strategy map is a visual tool to use to outline and connect the key objectives of an organization, providing a clear roadmap for achieving its goals. So it is designed to align with the various aspects of an organization's strategy with its performance measures. In the case of a long tree shader, a strategy map might focus on financial objectives, customer perspectives, internal process, and growth targets. Barbados strategy maps. Uh, this map outlines the vision and strategies goals for the country, emphasizing prosperity, social, sorry, justice, and global competitiveness. The strategy aims to foster a steady economic growth, develop world-class infrastructure and ensure social equity across its populations. So the goals include improving exports, enhancing the ICT infrastructures, and promoting material prosperity along with full employment and more equitable distribution of wealth. The strategy map highlights key areas such as environmental sustainability, social capital, and public service reforms. Key process such as developing efficient transport system and improving healthcare are essentials to reaching these goals. By focusing on competitiveness, social cohesion, and sustainability, Barbados aims to position itself as a model of development and prosperity in the Caribbean region. This strategy map provides a clear framework for aligning national efforts with long-term objectives, ensuring that all aspects of the country's development are addressed in a structured and cohesive manner. That's it today. Here are some references and uh, also you can get some material on your learning management system for further studies. Thank you very much joining me for this afternoon. So I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock for our fourth sessions. So if you have any question, concerns, issues, you can drop me an email at yasir@ukversity.co.uk. Thank you very much, everyone, and bye for now.